Do you remember how I opened the last episode saying that there's a plan in place? Well, I hope you saw the last few minutes of that episode, because the game has just told me, in no uncertain terms, what it thinks of my plans. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where my first ever cougar has just shown up on the map. And we are going to try and figure out exactly where. All right. Weather is less than perfect. Let's go ahead and just get out the spray paint. We're going to choose the danger symbol because reasons. Can I not put it on? Oh, I have no spray. Why would you... Game. Why would you act like I had spray paint then? Pray tell. Okay. We're going to go back inside. Because we were right. Cooking the deer meat did start up a blizzard, and we have no choice but to hang out here for a bit. That's hilarious. I knew that that was a thing that could happen.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Doesn't change the fact that it's hilarious when it does happen. Like, the game will literally make you think that you have spray paint. But you don't. There's just a spray paint option on the menu, no matter what, that includes the ability to get out a spray paint can that doesn't actually exist. Okay, it's fine. Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay. Are you... I know which button to click. I do. I actually do. I know it's difficult to believe. Okay. So what I'm kind of hoping is that we will have some decent weather pretty soon. It seems like it's probably still stormy out there, but I'm going to double check. The problem is all the health that you see that I've lost right now, I have lost on the way through this weather. Okay, yeah, we still don't have good weather. Well, that's no fun. Although, I think I know where I can get some spray paint. We'll just chill here with this dead wolf. Hope you don't mind, buddy. Thankfully, I do have these potatoes.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Oh, were they still warm? What? How were they still... That has to be a bug. That has to be a bug. There's no actual way. It can't be. All right, we're going to pass the time because we don't have a choice. And we do actually have some stuff we can tear apart. Always lovely to start an episode with a storm like this, because there's literally nothing I can do at the moment. Okay, yeah, let's harvest some stuff. Sensible way to pass some time. If we had an aurora, then we could read. But we don't at the moment. Alright, so that's some fresh repair material. Our clothes don't really need repair, and we do have that worn simple parka, but to be honest, I think, if memory serves, I think I already had the option of wearing two simple parkas, and the reason that I went with the ski jacket was that the stats are so similar and it's less restrictive on movement. I think I've already faced this choice. So, as much as it hurts, I'm going to harvest that parka. We're just going to harvest it. We don't need it. It's not necessary. Let's drink some water. Surprisingly, we still have drops of water, 0.04 pounds of it. And now we can sleep for about 2 hours. Okay, that light is fundamentally different than the last time I looked that direction, so let's hope that what that
Barely
means...
walk with this much gear.
Oh yeah, much better. Okay, so it's a little dark. You can see some snow blowing off of branches there. Do I have charcoal by chance? I do have charcoal. Since it's this clear, could I use it? Low visibility conditions. Okay, yeah, has to be daytime. Or maybe, like, if you have an aurora, then it's fine. Okay, so first things first, we have to find a dead bear. The cougar is not near me. And the general strategy, from what I understand, because again, I have not encountered this creature before, the general strategy is to leave it alone if you want to be left alone. But if you enter its territory, you will piss it off. So frankly, we're going to try not to piss it off. We just brought the series back. I am not interested in dying to a cougar right now, but also I wouldn't mind seeing it if we have the opportunity. And I don't even necessarily know what that looks like, you know? I know what the cougar looks like, but like, what does it mean to encounter the cougar? I'm pretty sure the only way that you can do that is by ensuring that it is hunting you. Which I don't necessarily want to do that. I want to peek over this direction because I can't remember if... Okay, yeah, there's not another car. Alright, so we're very cold. There is a dead bear somewhere down there. See, the problem with this, I'm tempted to just go back to the cave. The problem right now is that I'm so cold. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to the cave. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. As much as I mean, I'm so encumbered right now because I'm carrying so much. It would take time to skin the bear, and it's really cold, and I only have like 66% life. Let me not be a complete idiot. This does have the added benefit of tiring me out a little bit, so I'll be able to go back and get a bit more sleep. But this is the safest spot nearby to sleep for an extended period. I could make a snow shelter, but it's not as good as just being able to go inside the cave and not worry about it. I could make a snow shelter and a fire. But that's a lot of effort when I would rather save those resources for potentially needing to do that in Broken Railroad, which is when I more often have needed to do that in the past. Yeah, this just makes more sense. So as far as I understand it, the cougar is going to be in its territory. Again, not bothering me. I am kind of tempted to take out these bunnies. Oh, we've got more snowflakes in the air. That is not what I wanted to see. That means that by the time morning comes around, we might be kind of stuck out here. The game is suddenly making it seem like it's going to be really hard for me to just get that bear skin, the way I've been saying.
I am not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Hello? Where was I walking just now? There we go. Oh, I see what happened. I must have walked up this and dropped. Yep. Okay. Just a bit more rest. Come on now. we're only going to get like an hour and a half, if that. Let's just pass the time for like 3 hours. Food-wise, we are not in great shape. I'm going to eat this tomato soup because it'll help replenish both hunger and thirst. Drink the last of my water. Yeah, this is starting to feel kind of dicey. I mean, I've still got things that I can eat. And I could actually start another fire here if I wanted to, because I still have some fir firewood, and I could make some water before I go. I could even cook some things before I go. So I could make some beverages that would make it easier. Now that I'm thinking about it,
This much gear.
that's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and... we can't use the magnifying lens, sadly, even though there's technically light up there. It wouldn't be direct light. Not going to use the accelerant this time. We will take the 75% fire starting chance. Don't love it. That actually worked. Didn't think that I would be using all of this right away, but here we are. Okay, so we need to make water. We're going to start with small amounts, even though this is the cooking pot. So I can use the cooking pot for other things momentarily. And one of the advantages of this let's just do a well, we could do tea or coffee, doesn't really matter. One of the advantages of this is that it will pass some time and allow us to get more rest. Also, I might even have some birch bark. I'll need to check for that. Let's drink that water. Do some more. Not to mention a little bit of cooking skill. Never hurt anybody. Put that away. We can also go ahead and, since I'm thinking about it, oh, good, it was already warming. Nice. I'll just leave it there. $11 till ready. Yeah, we don't have enough water now. That's fine. It's to be expected. Yeah. Put you away. We're going to drink that and then have plenty left, thankfully. And then keep doing water in that. Drink that. And then right back to coffee. Still have 2 hours, 39 minutes on the fire. Excuse me. Coffee. Almost done. There we go. Drink that. Keeping thirst topped off without actually touching the coffee. Now I don't think... Yeah, we can do a little bit of tea now if I wanted to, which I do. Of course, we won't be able to put it in any containers. I don't think, unless I have a second... No, I don't have a second one yet. But I can get a second one at some point. Okay. One thing I want to do while it's high noon. Alright, we're going to drink that. Should leave us with plenty of water to carry along. Now, I have one coffee there to drink. And I won't be able to drink it just yet. So what I'll do is just keep it in there so that that stays nice and warm.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Yep, that's the downside. But at least we're in a better position calorically. I could sleep a little bit, but I think we'll be okay as long as the weather's decent, which looks like it is. We do need to warm up. Ooh, weather's not decent. It's still really cold. That is suboptimal, to say the very least. But I didn't want to wait later in the day, because then we would have been approaching nighttime again, especially if I slept these 3 hours that I could sleep. This is the way the long dark will do you. Like, you have so much confidence that you're like on the far side of a zone, but you're just kind of heading out there really fast. Oh, look, you killed a bear, now you're going to grab the hide and take it back with you, no problem. And then just, you know, a temperature shift and a couple of storms and a big cat on the other side of the map. And you're like, what do I do now? All right, we're going to go ahead and drink this. It has some caloric value, as well as a little bit of help keeping us warm. And most importantly, wakes us up a little bit. The main reason that I didn't rest. We have coffee.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You can't. You cannot. And because we have low visibility, I don't think we're going to be able, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to use the charcoal right now. I could try, but I almost don't want to right now. I'd rather use the charcoal once I'm back in Milton, because that's a couple of minutes of time that the weather might not give me otherwise. Okay, let's go find where this bear died. It's hopefully in an obvious place. And hopefully the crows will make it easy. Thankfully, it's a bear, so it will stand out. I don't actually see any crows circling anywhere, nor do I hear them, which is wild, which it could just mean that they're down low. What would be slightly more annoying, but not the end of the world. Hold that thought. Would be if the bear despawned. Somehow. Alright, so there's a dead deer. I don't know. I see cattails, but no bear. Oh, wait. Carrion crow's there. I bet the bear's over there. Yep, there's the bear. Found the bear. Okay. First of all, we're going to check that car, because it's not too often that I check that one. We're not down here too much when we come to this side of the zone, so it's worth a quick visit. Hopefully the ice isn't thin. I genuinely don't remember. Let's get up on this bank just to be sure. There we go. Spruce Falls Bridge. Oh, nice. I can actually sprint again, believe it or not. Alright, anything in the glove compartment? Nope. Anything in the visors? No. I did not think I would be able to get into that trunk, but apparently I can. Nice. Alright, so getting this hide off the bear is going to take more time than I want to. There's a part of me that's tempted to go ahead and get a fire going next to the bear, just to be safe. I don't have anything to really burn, though, because I put it all on the fire. I have sticks, and that's it. I mean, sticks will do. And we do have a lit torch, so we don't have to worry about a match. So let's go ahead and get the fire going. We will use the torch, cattail head, and just for the sake of certainty, we will use some accelerant.
Perfect.
Perfect indeed. We're going to pile those on there, and that actually, truth be told, that'll work out. Because we're not lugging as much around anymore. Okay. The hide will take 40 minutes. If the carcass thaws out a bit, it won't take as long. So we'll see if we can give that a chance. We may also see if we can take the opportunity to hang out by that fire a bit. Another thing I could do, though, is just enjoy some more coffee while I'm thinking about it. Not to mention the caloric value. Yeah, so right now I'm not, like, hugely worried. But the lighting is so interesting. You can tell that they've made changes to the atmospherics just from the way the sunlight hits this. It's crazy. I like it. It's just different. Like, you can tell the shadows have a certain color. And maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's just the colored shadows making everything pop in a different way, creating different contrasts. But I like it. Alright, so there's a ruined torch I can get a stick from. Are there any other sticks over here? Because that would make life a lot easier. No, there are no more sticks over there. I think I can probably go back up the slope and grab some, though. Thankfully, this fire is warm enough, so at least for me, I can hang out by the fire and be fine. It does make me wish that I had grabbed a couple of pieces of coal, because we wouldn't be having this problem. Although, if I had, there's still the likelihood that I would have just piled them on the fire in the cave. I don't know, maybe not. We do have this deer carcass as well, so if I wanted to, like, grab the meat... Actually, I'm going to do that. Oh, wow, that's a good amount of meat, actually. Gonna take 19 minutes. Which we need to pass time anyway. So that carcass can cool down. Ironically, though, the problem that creates is that it's roughly doubling, you know, the harvest time when the carcass is frozen, from what I understand. So by spending time getting the meat off this deer, like, I could have just gotten the hide off of this carcass and been gone. But we'll be in a better food position. So I can't complain about that. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. All right, 52% frozen. Let's go ahead and... I don't think I'm going to drink another coffee. Actually, yeah, we'll do one more. Because it's almost cooled off. And we got 3 more sticks, so I'll pop those on there. We have 1 ruined torch, which I'll harvest for a stick. Pop that on there. And now we're golden. Benefit. Warming up. I know. It's great. Alright. The only downside of this situation is that we're going to have a little bit of meat on us. Probably sufficient. Yeah, 40 minutes. Still need it to thaw a little bit more. And maybe taking the hide off always takes 40 minutes no matter what. Maybe so. So maybe that's just my lot. You know what I could do, though? I could read for a bit. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just pass time for... There we go. All right, so the hide... Yep. Okay, it's always 40 minutes. I thought if it fully thawed... See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's see. Yep, knife is going to be the best. This is going to be one heavy hide to carry back. But I'll be able to grab some spray paint along the way. And I might not even necessarily need to, because who needs spray paint, honestly? Alright, so we are giving off a little bit of a scent because of the meat that we're carrying. We are nowhere near the cougar, though. So I'm not worried about that specifically. I'm more worried about the wolves in between where we are now and where we need to head back to. So at this point, we are headed back to Milton proper. We might have a few other houses to check, but I think we've mostly checked them all. By a few, I mean like 1 or 2 buildings that I maybe didn't poke my head into before. But I think we've checked them all. And then we will head back to the basin. The only thing is that we'll have to keep an eye on where the cougar is, because I have a bad feeling that the cougar is in the basin. And if that's the case, decisions will need to be made about where exactly my path is going to be laid for this journey. Because there's a cougar in the basin, probably. I mean, what more do you need me to say? There's a cougar in the basin. And I'm trying to control my heart rate. I'm going to put that over there. Again, I'm just a little bit more sus about wildlife locations than I would typically be. I wouldn't normally throw a torch and draw a rifle at this point. But number one, we are giving off a little bit of a scent. Speaking of that, let me go ahead and eat this, which will solve most of that problem. And I'm going to try to move as fast as I can. The good news is, because of all the stuff that I've done to lighten my load from when I came out here, we're actually moving faster back towards town. But anyway, once we get through the basin, we'll get back into Forlorn Muskeg and then actually head back to Mystery Lake so that we can make the Moose-Hide Satchel, which will get us nice and ready for the trip through Forlorn Muskeg, all the way through, on the railroad, to the Broken Railroad. We'll scout Broken Railroad while we're there, because there's lots of good loot locations. It's honestly one of the better loot locations on the OG Great Bear map. It doesn't get credit for that a lot, but it really is. Okay, so this time, thankfully, I am not nearly as cold. So if I run into the wolf, I'll probably just drop him. Yeah, the weather's actually pretty good now. So I'm likely to attract some attention with this meat that I'm carrying. It's fine. If that happens, I will just... Yep, literally attracting attention right now. Hold that thought. Hey, Wolfie. You want to come up that slope for me? Good, Wolfie. Alright, that's one down. We're not going to worry about scavenging it at the moment. We have things to do. Or rather, harvesting it. Scavenging the carcass. I am going to grab a few sticks because I would normally carry a certain number of sticks on me at all times. And we definitely emptied out that repository. I'm going to use this high point to look for the other wolf, because there should be one on the other side of this pond, unless that was the wolf. But I'm fairly certain there's also going to be one up here. Okay, we're going to Skyrim down this way. I think what I may do is actually get onto the pond, because if there are other wolves in the area, I would rather be on just flat ice, line up a nice shot, and not have to worry about wolves running left or right, or up or down. Just, you know, limit the directions in which they can juke me. Hello? I thought that was a wolf for a second. Just the way that the scenery and the rock combined. It looked wolf-shaped for like a split second. I perceived the shape and threat of a wolf. No worries, though. Okay. Now I can probably eat the rest of this and then not worry as much anymore. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Still fairly certain we're going to run into a wolf up here. At least 2 howls happening off in front of me. Grab a few cattails on the way. There's a sapling back there. Oh, hi. You surprised me. I didn't think you'd be this close. Hi, buddy. You want to kite a wolf for me? No? Okay, well, I tried. Come on. Oh, he actually did lose track of me. Did you notice how the music went away there? He was stalking a bunny, and so he was moving more slowly rather than charging when I pointed the rifle. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, now we're clear. Confident we're clear. So, with that being done, alright, there's some birch bark. I absolutely want to grab this. A little bit more birch bark. Not bad. Okay. I think I might just follow the road all the way back at this point. I think that makes the most sense to do. There are still some wolves. I think there's going to be one up that direction. But we're pretty close. See, there's the construction hut there. We're pretty close to the church. Which for me will count as getting back to Milton proper. But there's one thing I want to do first. We're going to stay on the road, but we're going to briefly detour up here. Because I think, if memory serves, I think there's something here in the cabin that'll come in handy. some rose hips. May as well grab them. Ooh, I feel like
Pack is getting too heavy to
I
carry.
just heard some soundtrack start playing that I did not recognize. Not sure what that was, but okay. Yep. Spray paint. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see if we can figure out what the heck is going on with this cougar. We're going to put the danger symbol down in a place where it doesn't really matter. Because all we're really doing here... Interesting. So there's the radio tower. Oh my. I think that is in fact the basin. Which is where we're going. Yay! Cougar showdown time. I don't have a choice. Love that. Love it for me. Love everything about it. Best thing ever. Are you excited? I'm excited. There's a frickin' cougar on the path that I just meticulously laid out at the beginning of the last episode. I'm not bitter. Tell me this game does not listen to you. The game's like, oh, you have a plan, do you? You think you know what you're going to do next? Watch this. Yes. Tell your audience about your plan now, streamer.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much
Tell
longer.
them. I dare you. Ah, well. We live here now. We live in Milton now. We're just not going to leave Milton. No, we're going to leave, but it's just going to involve shooting more cougars. And also, you know, normally when you go down to the basin, there's a bit of a chill vibe. You know, there's a sense of, oh yeah, hold on, this is where that wolf disappeared into thin air. As long as you're not low on supplies, there are places where you can take a nap and, you know, scavenge the area, look around, all that. Not gonna happen this time. There's probably a wolf right here. I am, like, really, really confident I'm about to see a wolf here, because it's in the direction of the howl that I just heard in my ear. This is where the wolf hid from me before. I remember being on this slope and looking at these trees going, where the heck did you go? And this is the moment. He's been hiding the whole time, and this is the moment the wolf is going to jump back out. I know it. I feel it. Maybe? No? Okay, well. There's a deer over there. Maybe I shot the wolf? Maybe. I don't... Okay. Whatever, game. It's fine. I'm just going to grab some cattails from the pond here, and we're not going to worry about it, okay? We're just going to be here. And I'm probably going to put some spray paint on the door of the church as well, just to kind of triangulate and make sure that it does, in fact, look like our friend is in the basin. Our furry feline friend. Here to make life more complicated at just the right moment. You know what the best part about that was? I knew coming back into the series that we hadn't run into the cougar yet, and I knew that at some point it was gonna spawn. But I was just not, maybe because, you know, it's a new addition to the game, and it's not something I'm as used to seeing. Oh. Did you hear that? We're in cougar territory. I'm not sure. Really? Really, cougar? Is your territory this wide already? That you're hanging out by the church? Okay. That's not disconcerting at all. That's really close. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not the basin. That's... The cougar's territory is like right here. We have to move through cougar territory to get home. Why? Okay, that's actually a little bit better than basin because it means I could potentially get away. But we are going to have a very interesting next few moments of gameplay when I bring it back next time. Holy crap. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not nervous. I'm ready for this. I've been ready. I've been ready my whole life. Or that's what I'm going to tell myself. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along for early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges. Look for the join button. New episodes will be arriving at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time every other day. And comments are always welcome. Leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.